Yeah, I think we all saw it. We got hit in the mouth, right off the bat. I thought, the big pass early, the jump ball down the field to number 23, I believe it was on the first play action. We were just tentative early. We were a little wobbly early, and that's just what I told our team. Really couldn't stop them. If you go back and just look at it, could not stop them. I mean, just big backs, big wide receivers, big quarterback, big offensive line. Never felt like we could honestly stop them. I think you saw a lot of missed tackles where big receivers and big backs spun out of there and we couldn't get them down. I think you saw some receivers go up and make some plays on jump balls that we couldn't quite make the play. But that's what this is. I'm not discouraged at all. We've got to. You can't stand there as a coach and say, well, this guy just made that jump ball and went up over top of us and made the catch. You got to try to coach better, and you got to try to put guys in better positions. We got to maximize everything we have defensively. We are so young. We're not very big, but if there's any encouragement, I didn't see anybody after getting hit in the mouth, punched in the mouth, that just ran and hid. We all got punched in the mouth. I'm from right down the road. We got a lot of players from back east. You walk in at halftime, it's tough. It's tough because no one likes to be in that situation. But I thought, the message at halftime was pretty simple. We're a young team. We have an open date next week. We've got UNLV and New Mexico State coming in our stadium, so let's go play this second half every snap just to develop our team. Every rep is important to us because there's a bunch of young players out there. You saw in the second half how many young players were out there. So I felt that way, that the most important thing was accomplished in that we're pretty resilient. Because it was bad. The first half was bad. Our center was a little shaky, Lamar in there. The snaps hurt us. He was back on his heels. 97 is a great player. I talked to him after the game. I asked him how tall you are. He said 6 foot, and he kind of winked a little bit. He's 280 pounds, but I'll tell you, he's explosive. And their defensive linemen up inside were up on us. Lamar struggled a little bit with the snap, and that got us off balance a little bit. So it's what it was. We were wobbly. I thought we finished better than we started. We didn't get anybody really injured. Cole had some back spasms. We played a lot of young players. It's obvious that we are just in the building stages, particularly on defense. Kicking game, we do some good things. Probably, we faked the punt there on fourth down. Probably should have just gone for it on fourth down. But, if we'd have made it, we could have kept the drive going and maybe had a chance to make a little more statement there at the end. But overall, kicking game, I thought was really pretty darn good. We cover kickoffs good. We kick return good. Our punter was really 1 for 2. Field goal kicker's a problem. So I've done a lot of talking. I felt like we would play better in the first half. We didn't. But at least we came back in the second half and leave here better than we were at halftime. And that's it's small victories right now. It's small things that you look for. And there's enough small things there that I think we have a chance to keep building this thing, particularly because of the attitude of our players. We played, I thought the running backs, you can see we started alternating some guys. Crusoe Gongbe did some good things. Little Gibson jumped in there and did a little bit. So that's what it was. They came after us pretty good with some big bodies. I'm impressed with their team. I told Paul Christ after the game, they've got some young talent on this team and some big guys. They're big. And I think in the ACC, you look back at the Florida State game. Florida State had a hard time stopping them. They just couldn't stop Florida State. But I think they're going to do some damage in the ACC because they're a big, strong NFL kind of style team. Great, guys. Rick?
You look at the final score and maybe you say, well, if they hadn't gone forward on 4th and 18 or if they hadn't tried the fake punt, do you think any of that matters?
No.
Go for broke?
No. now because you know what, honestly, you know, it was about playing every play in the second half and had nothing to do with the score. You know, there's some things we wanted to see. You know, we've been working, and you know, in the kicking game, we do a lot of different things. There's some things that we do not only for this game, but so they're on tape for the next game that people have to spend some time on it. Jarrell Presley's a young guy from back east that I wanted to see him get his hands on the ball on that fake punt. You know, he had 30 people here. You know, we pulled up into the stadium. I saw 30 people out here in number 6 jerseys. And, you know, maybe I forced it a little bit too much, but I wanted to see him have a chance, you know, because it's looked pretty good in practice. And actually, we blocked it wrong, or we might have had a chance. No, I don't think so, Rick. You know, we were just playing it out in the second half. And I told him at halftime, you're probably going to get 35 plays on offense and 35 on defense and about 15 or 12 kicking game snaps. And let's just play it like we're on the practice field, and it doesn't matter what the score is. So that's kind of how we went about it.
You talked about the young players. You've been talking about Isaiah Brown since Rude also recovered the fumble, made a couple of shots on defense. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, you know, Isaiah Brown and Jaden Boatwright both played. I think they both got surprised a little bit at just the physicality of it. You know, those big backs particularly. Again, I hate to keep saying it, those big backs and those big receivers. You know, so they got a taste of it. You know, Uday was in there. Nick played a lot. Bourne actually got in there. You know, so, you know, yeah, we've got 2 corners, I think, that give us some more size moving forward. But we're so young. You know, I'm impressed, like, when I see 15 and I see 23, what they look like in those uniforms. I mean, those are big dudes, big, thick dudes. And so, you know, I looked in pregame, I looked out there at their quarterback. I said, you know what? I'm not sure we got a guy on our defense as big as this quarterback, number 7. I mean, he's a man. I mean, he's a big guy. You know, but with all that said, you know, we just have to maximize everything we have, including the attitude piece. You know, the attitude piece just has to be outstanding. We need everybody buying in, everybody working. And, you know, I leave here feeling like we have that. As bad as it was, you know, as much as I'd like to come back to Pennsylvania and play even decent defense, which we didn't do, I leave here knowing that, you know, we got a chance. We got a chance to just keep building through consistency. And, you know, at least there's some positive that we finished the game a little bit.